All right, so for our guided practice for today, I am looking right over here, and number 1 says a blank is a list of each possible outcome along with its probability. You should pause and write down your answer now. And the correct answer for number 1 would be probability model. Number 2, when all probabilities in a probability model are the same, it is called a blank. You should pause it and write down your answer. When you're ready, unpause. And number 2 should be uniform probability model. Number 3, when all probabilities in a probability model are not the same, it is called a blank. Write down your answer now, and then pause this, write down your answer. Number 3, when all probabilities in a probability model are not the same, it is called a non-uniform probability model. Okay. Number 4, construct a probability model for each situation. Determine whether the model is a uniform probability model or a non-uniform probability model. So you're going to want to make a similar table to the one that I'm making right now. You want to fill in your answers to it. You're going to want to pause it, fill in your answers to it. And then play the video to watch the rest of this. Number 4 is roll a 10-sided number polyhedron. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or a 10. And then the probability there would be 1 out of 10, 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 1 out of 10. And then there's these two words right here, uniform and non-uniform. And if you print this out, you should circle uniform, or you should write down uniform right there. Okay. Now that we have that one, I want you to pause and do number 5, and then hit play again when you're ready to see me go through 5. All right, for number 5, randomly selected a painted rock from a bag containing 4 purple rocks, 3 green rocks, 3 orange rocks, and 2 blue rocks. Okay, so you've paused it, you've done this problem, and so now you're hitting play to have me go over it. You could either have, as your answers, you could either have the purple, you could have the green, you could have the orange, and you could have the blue. Then when I go in and I look at that, there were 4 purple rocks out of a total of 10, 12 rocks. There were 3 green rocks out of a total of 12 rocks. There were 3 orange rocks out of a total of 12 rocks. And there were 2 blue rocks out of a total of 12 blue rocks, out of a total of 12 total rocks. Okay. Then at the top, I should have written non-uniform because the probabilities are different. In the previous one, all of the probabilities were the same. You should now pause and create a probability model for number 6. And when you're ready, you should hit the play button again. All right, number 6 says, spin a spinner with 8 numbered sections of equal size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal sections. You'd have a 1 in 8 chance for this one, a 1 in 8 chance for this one, a 1 in 8 chance for this one, a 1 in 8 chance for each and every single one. And that is the same. And since it's the same, this is a uniform probability model. And so if I go back to the vocabulary, 4, 5, and 6 are what probability models look like. A uniform probability model is when they all have the same probability. A non-uniform probability model is when they all have different probabilities. Okay. Now, if we go and we look at number 7, 8, and 9 all deal with this probability model right here. And so if I look at this, number 7 says, what is the probability of an outcome of 4? Well, right here, here's a 4. And then the probability here is 5 out of 25. I could, but do not have to, convert that into a decimal and a percent. Then number 8, what is the probability of an outcome that is less than 6? So not 6, but less than 6. So we would have 2 out of 25 and 5 out of 25 and 1 out of 25 and 4 out of 25 and 2 out of 25. And I add those all up, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14 out of 25 would be my probability. Again, I could turn that into a decimal and a percent because I do know how to. So 14/25 as a decimal times 4 would be 56 hundredths, which is 56%. If I wanted to, the one before that would be 2/10 or 20%. And then last but not least, we have number 9 here. What is the probability of an outcome that is an odd number? So I look at what the odd numbers are. So we have 1, 3, 5, and 7. I do want to double check that some weird numbers aren't up here. In some of the examples, we had some strange numbers. 1 was 2 out of 25. 3 was 1 out of 25. 5 was 2 out of 25. And then 7 was 3 out of 25. And so we have 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 25, which is the same as 32 hundredths, which is the same as 32%. Okay. And so we'll be able to use probability models to help us answer questions about probability type questions. We also know what a uniform probability model is, and we also know what a non-uniform probability model is. Remember, on the study set, there are lots of other materials you can use to make sure you are ready for your assessment, which is tomorrow.